Hello everyone, Luke here again. Next deck profile, Destiny Hero Norlerus deck I use for the Duelist Challenge. Like always after the gameplay, so anyway, crack loads of monsters that you can see there. One of them types. Alright, Armageddonite when it's summoned, whether normal summoned or special summoned, or summoned anyway. Send a dark monster from your deck to your graveyard. Plenty of options there. It depends what you want. Malicious, Dasher, Plague Spreader, even Norlerus if you want. Dark Dragon cannot be normal summon. The set must be special summon from your hand by having exactly 3 dark monsters in your graveyard. You can banish a dark monster from your graveyard, target a field, and destroy it. It's got lots of dark monsters. It also can be used if it's in the graveyard, and you can always use Phantom of Chaos to copy it and just destroy. Dark Griffer, you can special summon this card from your hand by discarding a level 5 or higher dark monster. Once per turn you can discard a dark monster, send 1 dark monster from your deck to your graveyard. So this was good at getting Plague Spreader and Malicious into the graveyard for plays, especially back in the day during Master Roll 3 format where you could just make lots of Synchro Summon plays. Dasher, once per turn you contribute to other monster and it gains 1000 attacks for the end phase. If this card attacks, changes to a defense position at the end of the battle phase. Now, one time only when you draw a monster card during a draw phase while this card's in the graveyard, you can reveal it and special summon it. This card must be in the graveyard to resolve this effect, so level 6 has that effect, can just bring out anything, special summon. Diamond Dude, once per turn you can activate the top card of your deck, and if it's a normal spell, send it to the graveyard, otherwise place it on the bottom of your deck. During the main phase of your next turn, you can activate the effect of that spell in your graveyard, even if you no longer control this phase of cards. So let's just say I reveal the Destiny draw. Next turn, during my main phase, I activate in the graveyard, and you draw 2. Allure's another target there, though you do still have to banish it. Banish a dark monster. Foolish Barrel there, and we got the Reinforcement of the Army, Monster Reborn. Like, you don't have to pay cost, but effects have to be used. So with Destiny Draw, you don't have to discard a Destiny card, you just get the effect of drawing. But because there's an effect of having to banish a monster, you still have to do that. And the Malicious, of course, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon and Malicious from deck, yeah. A bit harder with only 2 of them, being semi-limited, but that's just how it is. Stratos, let's see, when it's summoned, you can activate on these drawers. Destroy spell and traps on the field up to the number of other hero monsters you control, except this card, add 1 hero monster from your deck to hand. So there's plenty of Destiny heroes in this deck you can add. Gauze, now when you take damage from a card in your opponent's possession, you can special summon this card from your hand. You must control no cards to activate and resolve this effect. And when summoned this way, it has a couple of different abilities. If it's battle damage, you special summon this card, then you special summon a token. Its attack and defense are the same as the damage you took, and if there's effect damage, you inflict the same damage back. So there's 3 of them. Phantom of Chaos, no damage. Your opponent anyway takes no damage when you tackle this card. Now once per turn you can target an effect monster in your graveyard, banish it, and if you do until the end phase, this card's name in original attack becomes that monster's name and original attack, and replace this effect for that monster's original effect. You must control this face-up card to activate and resolve this effect, so you can always, let's just say you copy Gauze, it'll have 2700 attack, 25 defense, and basically you can copy stuff like the Norlerus, for example, and use its effect. Diamond Dude or Greffer as well. Then I mentioned the Dark Dragon earlier. It's a pretty cool card. Plague Spreader, if this card's in your graveyard, you can place a card from your hand on top of the deck, special summon to perpetual when it leaves the field, so it helps with the Synchro Summon plays and Link plays if required. And here's the Norlerus anyway. This card cannot be normal summon set, cannot be special summon except by removing from play 1 light fairy type monster and 3 dark fiend type monsters from your graveyard. You can pay 1000 life points, send all cards on the field and in both players' hands to the graveyard, then you draw 1 card. So this guy's effect only works with Phantom of Chaos in this deck. But so everything is just disappears and then you actually get to +1. So fun card sometimes. Tragodia, it's kind of like Gauze, except you can special summon at any time you take battle damage, and it's 600 attack and defense for each card in your hand. You can send a monster card from your hand to your graveyard. That's the same level as another card that your opponent controls, and you take control of it forever. And the other effect is you can target a card in the graveyard, and this card becomes that level. And Lure of Darkness, mentioned earlier, draw 2 cards and banish a dark monster from your hand, so good draw power and getting something, get rid of something you don't need. The Dark Hole there. Destiny draw, discard Destiny Hero, draw 2 cards, so you got the Malicious, you got the dashes, both useful in the graveyard, and Diamond Dude as well. Village Burial, send a monster from your deck to your graveyard. The Monster Reborn, Reinforcement of the Army, Warrior Monster, Twin Twisters, so destroyed back row, a couple of Mirror Force, just more protection, and the Solemn Strikes as well. Okay, let's go to the extra Beetles. Yes. Dark Tuner +1 on non-tuner monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects if you take damage from an attack involving this card or from opponent's card effect. This card gains attack equal to the damage you took. So yeah, it's one, basically summon this and just one, basically just by summoning it. Brionic, of course, you're level 6, you can get rid of cards you don't need in your hand, so that helps, and just get rid of cards on the field. Colossal Fighter as well, gains 100 attack for every warrior type monster in either graveyard, so plenty of warrior monsters in this deck. Also, of course, when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target a warrior type monster in either graveyard special summon target, including itself. Coral Dragon, a level 6, so discard something you don't need, destroy a card on the field. And of course you get a draw card if it's destroyed. Omega, another level 8 of course, the banishing effects. Scrap Dragon, and of course Stardust and Stardust Spark. So yeah, plenty of Synchro monsters, and we've got a few Link monsters as well. So what have we got here? The Boral Sword, yay! Okay, just go talk Nightmare Kerberos. So I thought it could have been useful, especially if your opponent has a special summon monster in the main monster zone, that is. Land Forinkus, of course, if you want to try and just any 2 monsters, it doesn't have to be specific. Power Code Talker. The Underclock Tag, I do like this card because of its effect of just being able to. Well, I did use that effect in the second draw, not that it mattered. And of course, we've got the Wee Witch's Apprentice and, well, everything except Stratos is dark in this deck, plus you get to recycle back to your hand when it's destroyed, so yeah, pretty useful card. Alright, so yes, once again, deck profile completed after the gameplay. This was fun to use, like most things I use are pretty much fun. Yeah, so until next time, thank you all for watching and see you again soon.